Hey, ladies and germs, welcome to Review a Day, episode number 158. I'm Leland Brungarten. Thank you so much for being here. I couldn't be any more excited for you to be here. I said I was going to review the new film, The Ugly Truth, last week, the one with Gerard Butler and Katherine Heigl. I saw it, and it was fucking terrible. It's a 1 out of 5 movie. It feels like a sitcom plot stretched out to 90 minutes. I really did not feel like filming a review for that or just... whatever, we'll move along. It's really pretty insufferable film. But the film I'm reviewing for you guys today is the new film from Judd Apatow, written and directed by the guy Funny People. And this is the new film starring Adam Sandler, Seth Rogen, Leslie Mann, Eric Bana, Jonah Hill, a lot of the really familiar faces you'll know from Judd Apatow films. A lot of those guys are in this film. And this film was about a comedian named George Simmons, played by Adam Sandler, who's kind of had a career very similar to Adam Sandler's. He's made a lot of bad, funny movies that have made him a lot of money. Turns out he's dying. He's got some form of leukemia, I believe. He ends up hiring Seth Rogen, this kind of young, up-and-coming comedian, to write jokes for him. And he's the only person in the world that Adam Sandler's character tells about this. There's also this love interest, or the girl who got away. Adam Sandler has a love interest in Leslie Mann, who plays the woman he was supposed to marry all those years ago. He cheated on her, he lost her, and now she's engaged to Eric Bana, this kind of handsome, funny Australian guy. And the film kind of goes off from that. Really great roles from Jonah Hill and Jason Schwartzman in this film, playing Seth Rogen's comedian friends. I thought they did a really terrific job. I feel like up until now, Judd Apatow has made some really terrific, great comedies. I don't think Judd Apatow at this point has made any great films. I think he's made some great comedies that were funny. I think they're always 20 minutes too long. This one is as well. It's about 140 minutes. But do not let that turn you away from this film, because there is so much to love about this film. And I think one of my favorite things about it is Adam Sandler and Seth Rogen in this film together. Seeing Adam Sandler play George Simmons, this dying comedian, seeing him play a character that is so close to who he really is really pretty crazy. And I can't imagine that Adam Sandler during this film didn't think, this is kind of my story almost. His character is a bit of a sellout. He's kind of he has a lot of one-night stands. He's very unhappy despite having all this money in the world. Seth Rogen comes into this film, and Seth Rogen is an actor I haven't always loved. I love him on Freaks and Geeks. Liked him in 40-Year-Old Virgin. I'm not a big fan of Knocked Up, but I loved Observe and Report. I especially loved him in this film. I thought he was a really endearing, sweet, up-and-coming comedian who I thought he just did a really great job. What I fucking love so much about this movie, what I absolutely love about this movie, and I wish other dramas would do it, that every time there is a serious kind of genuine moment, anytime the film kind of verges on becoming sentimental, the movie it undermines that, and it undercuts that kind of the heavy-handedness that I often kind of gag at, the sentimentality. It undercuts it with a dick joke, or it undercuts it with a really funny joke. And it never feels forced, ever, throughout this entire film, because I think it comes naturally. It comes from these characters who need to be funny. They are comedians. And I love that about this film. It never got to the point where I was like, oh, Jesus, I get it. You're sad. You're dying. You want to be happy again. I never rolled my eyes during this film. And it is so goddamn funny. And it is really great. And there is so much to love about it that the problems that I have with this film kind of aren't as big of a problem that they could have been. The problem I have with this film is that I would say probably at the 2/3 mark, the movie kind of changes and kind of became something different. It became much more formulaic than I wanted it to be. It kind of turned into this story about Adam Sandler's character trying to get Leslie Mann back. But the problem with all these scenes was that it's at the end of the movie, and the movie's long, and I didn't buy most of what was going on in those scenes. I didn't buy the relationship between Leslie Mann and Eric Bana. I didn't understand why she was married to this Australian guy. I didn't understand why she was almost so willing to kind of give up her marriage at the drop of a hat to this George Simmons character. And it just kind of, it was like the point in the movie where the formula and the story had to take over, and I felt like the film had done such a good job kind of avoiding convention up until that point. And I would say that the first 2/3 of this film, when I were watching it, I was like, this could be my favorite film of the year. This could be a fucking classic. And it was, I would go so far as to say the first 2/3 of this film are pretty genius. And the ending of the film brought it back for me. I was like, okay, the ending the ending got me. And I really do love the ending to this film because there is no grand realization. There is no triumphant moment. There is no easy answer to a lot of what is going on in this film. And I love that. I love that this film just starts and it ends. And it's a beautiful film with really terrific performances from everyone in the movie. That last third of the movie gets a little too formulaic in my opinion. It kind of took me out. But there is so much that is so great about this film. The opening title sequence is just, it's funny and it's touching, and I absolutely loved it. I give Funny People a 4 out of 5. I think it's a pretty terrific film. I think Judd Apatow still has a little ways to go before he starts making some truly great films, but the guy has loaded with talent and he's a hell of a writer, so terrific job. If you guys like this review, make sure to head over to nitpicket.com and Dampercast. Links on the side. I'll see you guys next time.